Meeting recording has started.
This is an example of how I've used the AXP messaging APIs to build a multimedia messaging application, a web application. So you see a logged in agent, Linda Windsor, and you can see that she's ready for voice, messaging, and chat. Over here, I have just a kind of a dummy web page that I built. It has a little floating window here that if I click on it, it brings up a the ability to chat with an agent. In this case, I'm going to be able to chat with multimedia. So let me enter my name. I will connect, and this simply connects me up to my backend API services. And then I can say something simple as hi and send that over. And you'll see that on the messaging channel, Andrew is coming in. I click and accept that, and we see the hi. And I can say, hi back and real basic chat. So you'll notice too that I've in my application I've noted that Linda Windsor has joined the conversation, and that happened as soon as Linda accepted the incoming message, and then there's Linda's hi. To get a little more interesting, let's show the multimedia aspect. So now I can do things like click on attachments, and I'll go and select an attachment, and I'll just send over this. I'll send over this MP4 file. Okay. And you'll notice that it's down here, it's uploading the file, and then it's sent over this thing sample 5S MP4. It doesn't have a preview because it's not an image. I can download the file if I wanted to. But on this side now, we'll see the very same thing. We'll see that Linda Windsor has sent this MP4 file. If I click on this, then what it will do is it will do a download from the AXP server. And then I've set it up to automatically launch the video. So there's the video. Let me clear that out. Okay. Do the same thing over here. So I'll go and choose a file. This time I'll send over this robot. And then I will send that file over. You'll see that, you'll note that I have sent the robot. There's a little thumbnail of it. And if I come over here, we can see here's the receiving the robot, and there's the thumbnail of that as well. Okay, let's get a little more interesting. Let's send across a location request. So I can send a location request to the user. And the user will receive the, could you please share your location? You notice same as over there. And I have a button. I don't want to automatically send the location. I want to give the user the option to send it or not send it. If I click on the button, it will then say that Andrew sent location. We come over here and we will see that here is the location. It arrives as a Google Map entry. If I click on it, then it will bring up, based on the longitude and latitude, it will bring up that entry. We can do this sort of similar sort of thing where I can I can send my location. Now this is going to require me at this point to move to this little widget that I have, which is a test widget. So it simply allows me to exercise a lot of the messaging capabilities. So I did a location request. Well, now I'll send my location over. And if I come back over here, you'll see that I have set my location. I come over here and we will see something very similar. There we go. So we see the location. So if I click on that, it's very similar to what we saw before. It's a Google Map entry, longitude, latitude, and the location of this agent happens to be in Santa Clara. Let's come back over here again. Let's exercise a little more of the capabilities of this interface. So let's say that I want to send over some generic buttons. So I create a questionnaire with some buttons, and I want to send that over. So I can send that over here. And if I come over here, we will see which one do you like better, tacos or burritos? And I can say, well, I like tacos. Who doesn't like tacos? And send tacos over. And then we come back to the chat window, and we can see that Andrew responded with tacos. Let's come over here, and let's now send something like a carousel. So click on this finance carousel, and it says 3 elements. Come back over here, and if you look over here, you'll see that I sent over a carousel. We come back over here, and we're going to see a carousel. This is me rendering the carousel. A few things to look at. I can just walk through the carousel. forward and backward. I can go immediately to a particular entry by clicking on one of these little buttons down here. If I hover over it, it will tell me what this carousel entry is. This one is for transfer, easy and fast way to transfer your money, blah, blah, blah. I can click on more info, and this can be configured inside the carousel to bring up information about this entry. This little sample application just simply brings up a Wikipedia article. And coming back here, when I'm happy, I can go and let's say I'm happy with, let's see, this one's savings. I can click on savings. And you notice that it's told me, it said, you sent savings across, and we come back over here and the agent sees savings. So that's pretty much it. So you've seen, but oh, actually there's one more interesting one. Okay, I forgot. Come back over here to this little test thing. And so I can send something like a customer satisfaction survey. If we click over here on the chat, you see what has been sent. So you can see that is the customers. How would you rate our interaction? We go over here, we see basically the same thing. How would you rate our interaction? If I hover over any of these, then I get a tooltip with sort of metadata. And of course, I was very satisfied with this interaction. And we come back over here and we see Andrew responded with the hearty smiley face. So very satisfied with this interaction. Unlike my interface, where if you hover over, it will tell you what it's looking at. This one does not. So the AXP agent does not. So I think now I've covered everything that I would want to cover. Again, different file types. You've already seen that. I've shown you I can have big carousels, small carousels. I can send a very large carousel over there. This one happens to have 10 items. And oh, this is interesting. So this button here would allow me to, again, this is programmable for the carousel itself, to say that I want to check availability. So this could take me to a web page that allows me to actually book a reservation. And once again, if I hover over, I see what it is, and I decide I want this particular thing, and then I will of course send that back over there to this window, and responded with this Scandinavian getaway. And let's see, I've done the location stuff. I've done the different kind of buttons, and these are just simply just some canned messages that I can send across. So comes across as that. That's no different than just me sending a chat type message. And at the end, I understand when the agent is ending the interaction. So if I say end interaction, in this case, I'm going to then end the after work, and you'll see that in my case, I'm just querying out the whole chat window and then allowing the user to reconnect. So that's it. That's the demonstration of the AXP messaging APIs in action. All this code over here uses those APIs, and then I built that dynamic HTML window so that I can build dynamically buttons, carousels, and things of that nature. So thanks for watching.